YouTube, what's happening? It is Friday, September 6th, and as you can see, we got a full slate of baseball to talk about today. Yesterday, 2-3, lost the last three, started off 2-0. It was so good that it wasn't. Either way, still up 28 units on the season. I will take that. I'm trying so hard to hold on to these units the best I can. So it is just hovering around that mid 20 mark. So hey, we'll take it. There's only like 3.5 weeks left of the season. Just come on, you can do it. I have faith. So we have 15 games. That other team in New York starts off at 2:20 Eastern. So let's go ahead and jump into that first game right now. All right, first off, we have the Yankees. We have the Cubs. New York is slightly favored. 7 is your total. Let's pop over to the weather. Let's see what it looks like in Chicago. It's going to be, there it is. Yeah, 68, 17 miles an hour blowing in. That's fun. The weather people will love that one. They're going to be betting unders all day in this one. Let's see. Let's pop back here. Yankees have lost 2. Cubs won 1. 45% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 6 runs and 278 for New York. That's 6th and 7th in the last 3. Chicago 5 and 275. That is 10th and 8th. But yes, the last game out, they had 12 runs and batted a smooth 436. So they went streak pop. There you go. So, I mean, both bats are good. Let's put it that way. They're both doing good. Let's pop over to Louis Gilles going out there. You can see what he has done, what he's been up to, I mean, this is his worst game on the screen. That's the second worst. Everything else is 1s or 0s. So pretty decent, pretty good. Jordan Wicks is going out there for the Cubs today. You can see what he has done. Hasn't pitched too much. Pitched 1 game since June. It was the last one out on September 1st. 4 hits, 1 earned in 5 innings. Not bad. Can't complain. Let's look at some props. Pop over to Gil. Let's do him first. Nope. Yeah, let's do Gil first since I popped him up first. Anything? Nope. 1 for 5. I don't care about that. Against righties, the Cubs are not the best. We got some 1s, some mid to low 2s. Nothing really stands out. Suzuki's 2. But yeah, okay. All we have for Gil are strikeouts. Why? Why is that the only prop you're giving me is strikeouts? What are those strikeouts? 13th and 6th, so I'm not taking a strikeout prop in this game. Okay, fair enough. You got to be in the bottom 5 for me to take a strikeout prop. We're close enough to it. 5.5? No. Okay. Wicks also only have a strikeout. Okay, something's going on with the prop market. That's cool. Let's see. History. There is none. Yankees versus lefties. A whole lot of red. That's a lot of red on the screen right there. Only a couple. Now, Judge is still 311, but still, he's better against righties than he is lefties. So, and Soto's still 270, but you get the point. Let's see. Strikeouts. 2024. Pretty good until June, but then he got 0 in his first game out, and that's concerning. So we're going to leave that 3.5 right where it is. Let's go with the bats. Break up this game. Who we got? Oh, Dansby's been doing work. Isaac's been doing work. Anthony's been doing work. I mean, pick a person. Most of them are doing work. All right, so it looks like we got 2 decent pitchers and we got 2 hot offenses. The over-under is 8. The wind's blowing in like crazy, and I think the people are going to try to bet under on that. No. I don't trust the wind. I ain't buying that wind argument. I'm taking over 7. I don't care. Over up 7 runs in this game. I can only pick one winner because the other one's banned. We have banned them for the rest of the regular season. Playoffs, well, that's different, but regular season, they're done. We're going to take over up 7 and move on to the next game. Next up, Colorado in Milwaukee. Milwaukee is minus 215. Woo! 7.5 is the total. It's at Miller Park. That's a dome. Don't have to worry about the weather. Colorado's 1-1. Milwaukee lost 2. 56% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 1.7, 177 for Colorado. That is 30th and 27th. That's why you got an E next to your name. You're eliminated because your offense is garbage. Milwaukee 5.0, $170. Somehow your offense is even worse than Colorado's. But hey, but at least you get runs somehow. Somehow you get the score. So, but that 170 is last in the majors. So let's look at some pitchers. Is there a potential Nerfy? Let's look. Feltner's pitching. That's going to be a no. No. Not a chance in hell we're taking a Nerfy. Not with somebody who gave a 5 earned. I mean, outside of these, I mean, let's be honest, it's been pretty good. These aren't bad, but no. Montes is going out there for, no shot. We ain't taking no Nerfy. If anything, we might be looking at it over. Like, what is that total again? 7.5? Oh yeah, no. Yeah. Let's look at their history and see what we got. Anything stands out. Let's see, Montes. Let's go Feltner first. Feltner. Oh, we got some green history. We got, but nothing, no home runs, nothing there. Okay, Milwaukee versus righties is mostly green, a little bit of red, but the greens are all mid twos, mid to 260, 270 range. Okay, nothing stands out. Let's see, on the prop, let's see, hits, very up and down. Strikeouts are all over the place. Earned runs, pretty consistent and pop for 5. Ooh, ew. I saw what you're out. This out's supposed to be smooth and consistent. That is ugly. Oh, let's see. Let's go over to Montes now. Let's look at yours. History. McMahon is batting .444 in 9 at bats. No home runs, but a 1.1 OPS. That's interesting. Let's see. Cave is batting .333. Blackman .273. Tovar .286. Hilliard's got 2 home runs and 5 at bats. I mean, there's options here. They like facing Montes. Okay. Over really might be the play. I was joking earlier, but no, I think it might be the play. Yeah, Rockies are good. Both, few of them are better against righties and lefties. I remember they were terrible against lefties. So, all right. I'm leaning Colorado now. Let's go to the bats, see what we got. Rocky, Adams, Centurio. Both pitchers that give up runs. Total 7.5. I'm doing it. I'm going over again. Okay, over 7.5. That just stands out. It looks nice. I'm going to put them on the board. Move on to the next game. No side. Next up, Washington and Pittsburgh. It's pretty much a pick 'em. 8.5 is the total. Looking at the weather in old PNC, and it's not the prettiest. They're talking 80% during the game. Oh, with some lightning bolts. 77, wind out 6. Nasty day. Nasty. Let's see. Washington lost 2. Pittsburgh's won 1. 64.9% Nerfy in this one. 4.3, 243 at 16th and 12th for Washington. Pitt, 4.7, $176. Yeah, batting average is not good for Pittsburgh right now, but they are trending up. Their last game, they did get 9 runs and batted .267, which is better for them. Still not great, but better for them. So I don't have a lean in offense. They're both about the eh. They're both eh. So let's pop the pitchers. We got Hers. Still haven't given this man an image. Come on now. We are in September. Hook him up. Oh, wow. So you can see what he's done. He pitches a ton. 4 is his worst game. He gives up 2 almost every game. And then when he gives up 0, he gives up 4 the next game. So his average is 2. That's what he's doing. Ortiz is going out there for Pitt. And Ortiz has been cooking the last 2 games. 12 innings of nothing the last 2 against Cincy and Cleveland. So let's pop the props. Let's see if anything stands out. Okay, we'll do Hers first. Sure. Nothing. Over 2. Let's see, against lefties, Pittsburgh is nothing truly stands out. Yeah, no one at all. Strikeouts, pretty consistent with little spikes here and there. What are our strikeouts? What are we doing? 5th and 7th. Yeah, no shot we're doing strikeouts in this one. Hits. Yeah, no. Earned runs, walks. These pitchers look pretty similar already. So Ortiz, that's consistent for outs, but yeah, let's go to history now. Let's look. Let's see. Ortiz, nothing. Okay, cool. Washington versus righties. That's a lot of green. That's some good green too. We got 315. Yeah, okay. 298 for Garcia. All right, I see you, Washington. Let's see. Outs, strikeouts, hits. All 5.5. Are you expecting him to get lit up by Washington today? Is that what you're telling me in the odds market? I think you are. Huh. That tells me a lot. Okay, and bats are nothing. There's nothing here. Okay, I lean Washington. Let me just go ahead and throw that out there. Looking back at the numbers, they're batting better. The numbers are saying Ortiz should give 5.5. That's telling me they think he's going to give up a good bit of hits. What is that earned run? Is it still 2.5? It is 2.5, but it is favored. So, he'll probably give up 2 if I had to guess. What's the total? 8.5? Not good enough. Not good enough. All right, so I lean Washington. I'm going to throw that out there, but I'm not feeling anything in this game, so I'm just going to pass on it and move on to the next one. All right, next up we got Tampa. We got Baltimore. Baltimore is a slight favorite. 8.5 is your total. Let's look at some weather over here at Camden. We can see it's going to be pretty good. 5 degrees. 79 degrees, 5 miles an hour to the left. To the left field. Let's see. Pop back here. Tampa lost 1. Baltimore lost 1. Yeah, we know who Baltimore lost to as well. That was a fun one. Let's see, 4.7, 235, 12th and 16th for Tampa. Baltimore, 7.7, 318. Oh, it's beautiful. Second and first. But then the last game, they got 1 run and 226 against the White Sox. They lost. You're close. You're that close to being banned. You're so close. Let's see. Strikeout's not an issue. Let's look at some pitchers. Baz is going out there, and Baz, he's going to give up a few runs, most likely, is what it looks like. That's what it seems like. That's what he tends to do most. And then his counterpart is Dean Kramer, and he also seems to give up a few runs too. And it's getting that time of year, so pop up the props, see if anything stands out. Well, we got some good history out there for everybody. Baz is first, not a problem. Here we go. A couple over threes, 1 for 2, nothing there. Baltimore versus righties. Let me make sure I got everything on screen. You can see a lot of green, and the ones that are red don't really play much, except for Adley's 223. Okay, let's see. Hits. No. I know Baltimore's number 1 in offense right now, but that last game against the White Sox is just lingering. It's like, did they fall off the cliff and then have a day off? I need to see what you do for one game. I need to see how today goes before I can really focus on props for the next day for them. So, none of that. Let's see. Let's go to Kramer. Let's look at you now. B-Low is 444, 9 at bats with a home run. Morel's 400. J-Lo is 400 as well. Okay. We got some offensive pop from the Rays against righties. Tampa's pretty decent. I mean, I say decent, they're green, but none of the greens are high. All these are like, everything's below 250 except Diaz. Ugh, it's not good. And strikeouts is the only thing you're giving me. And it's looking like this. Ugh, pass on that one all day. And there's no bats either. I mean, come on. Yeah. All right, let's be honest. Let's talk about this. This isn't. Baltimore's offense looks good. They lost to the White Sox last time. I need to see how that goes. Tampa's not that good, but they're performing middle right now, and they're normally bottom. So, yeah, I got to pass. Nothing stands out. Next game. All right, next up, we got Sox versus Sox. We got Chicago versus Boston. Boston's minus 270 against the White Sox, and we saw how that worked out last time. 8.5 is your total. Let's look at the weather in Boston, and we see it's going to be 69, blowing in 8. Pretty nice. Can't complain. Let's see. Chicago's won 1. Boston's lost 5. So, I mean, one's trending the wrong direction. 3.7, 282 for Chicago. That's 21st and 6th. But they were 3rd and 2nd their last time out. They had 8 runs and batted 385. Boston 2.0, 228, 29th and 19th. Offense lean Chicago. Sorry, it just does. Heavily, too. Not heavily, but a good bit. So, pitching. Davis Martin's going out there. Davis Martin ain't a bad pitcher. I mean, he's not great, but he's not bad either. So you can see what he does. Pavetta's going out there for Boston, and he gives up runs too. So both pitchers give up runs. I would say they're pretty close, if not maybe even lean Davis a little bit, maybe. So let's look at the props, see if history tells us anything about these guys. We'll start with Davis first because there isn't going to be much history at all. We know this. There is nothing against righties. Boston seems to be pretty good against righties. Lots of high to mid 2s and some 3s on there. Cool. That's what you expect. Hits is 5.5. It's about even money. Not even, but, normal juice. Strikeouts. Oh, I didn't look at strikeouts. That's right. Boston striking out 23rd. Chicago is 2nd. Yeah, makes sense. Watch Chicago go on like a little winning streak this time of year when it does not matter at all. Hit strikeouts, earn runs, walks, and outs. Oh, okay. Let's pop over to Pavetta. We have history of Pavetta here. Yes, we do. 600, 500, but no at bats. 143, but no at bats. 182, 0 for 9. Okay. All right. They're just not good either side of the plate. We know this. No one's above 250 really. Hits, strikeouts, earned runs. 1.5? You think it's 1.5? Okay. Let's go to bats. Nothing looks good there. They're all yellow. I need greens. All right, so let's set the scene. It's Friday. Okay, people got paid. Most people get paid on Friday. Okay, most gamblers are paycheck bettors, which means they deposit every time they get paid a little bit. So That's what they're going to do. They're going to deposit. And if they're baseball bettors, they're going to see Boston versus the lowly White Sox. Oh, I'm going to hammer Boston. That's what they're going to do. You know that. That's what they're going to do. They're not going to see that Chicago won the game against Baltimore last time. They're not going to see Boston's on a 5-game losing streak. Now, Boston should win this game based on talent and everything, all that stuff. But the stats, the offensive stats say Chicago's doing great right now and Boston's struggling. That could mean something. The pitching is pretty much equal. So for me, for my sanity, for my bankroll, I ain't touching this damn game. I'm leaving it alone. But would not be surprised if the White Sox pulled off a victory today. And wouldn't be surprised if Boston wins by 7. I mean, either way. So pass, next game. All right, next up we got Philly and Miami. Philly is minus 225. 7.5 is your total. It's in a dome, so no worries about weather. Let's see. Philly's won 5. Miami's lost 1. 46% nerfy based on what they've done this year. 6.3. 308 for Philly. The bats are on fire. Fourth and third. Miami 2.7, 216. That's 26 and 20th. They're not on fire. They're putting a drink. They're making the drink cold because they are ice. So, and they are striking out 26, 11.7. You'll see why that's important in a minute. Looking at the pitchers, we got Wheeler going out there, and you can see he has just been great all month. He's never given up more than 2. So Cabrera's going out there. He's been pretty good, except for one certain game. He gave up 6 hits and 6 runs against Philly. Interesting. And that was literally on the 14th. Now, Wheeler did not face Miami. That series just worked out that way. So interesting notes there. We look at the props. We start with Edward Cabrera. We can see Philly has some great numbers. Scott's 310 at bats. Bryce is 429. Schwarber's only $167 in 12 at bats. That's weird. So yeah, they do all right. And we see the props for him hits. It's 4.5. I almost feel like taking that over in that. I think Philly should do all right because their averages are still pretty high. How have you done head to head? 7, 2, and 6. These are last year. This is this year. I kind of like this over. I ain't gonna lie. Cabrera over hits allowed. Yeah. Let me look at the rest of these real quick. Well, hell if I look at the whole season, not just against. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take Cabrera over 4.5 hits allowed. That seems fun. 5 hits. I think the Phillies can get 5 hits off this dude. How many outs does he normally go? Oh, they can do it in 5 innings. I feel good about that. They should be able to. Because 15 is 5, and he tends to, yeah, if he's going less, that means he got rocked, which means he's getting pulled. So, let's see. Let's look at Wheeler now. Wheeler. Berger's $167. Sanchez is 400. Got some zeros. Miami, they got a lot of green. That's the whole season. Their season is over. So I don't know how important this actually is anymore. So, I mean, it still matters somewhat, but this factors in everything from April. So let's be honest. How important is your season stats now compared to your most recent stats? So hits. Wheeler's giving up hits too. Oh. What's your head? Well, that's head to head ever since. These two are this year. Last 10, you've been all over the place. Strikeouts, 7.5. That is ridiculous. Head to head, what is your number? That's crazy. It's under. No. Yeah, no. 7.5 is ridiculous. I don't care what the number is. 7? No. All right. I've seen enough. Let's go to bats. We got Stowers, and Romuto. Neither one of those look good to me. So I am going to keep it simple. I got Cabrera over 4.5 hits allowed. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We are going to put the Phillies in the money line parlay. And like I said, if you go in the parlay, if you're above 200 and you lose, you're done. You're banned. We got 3 weeks left. I'm issuing bans for the rest of the season. So into the playoffs, obviously. So there we go. Those 2 plays. Next game. Next up, Cincinnati and New York. Mets are minus 178. 7.5 is the total. Look at the weather up at Citi Field. You can see it's going to be 74, 6 miles an hour. Pretty nice day. Cincy has won 4 games in a row. Mets have won 7 games in a row. Someone's streak is coming to an end. 56% nerfy based on what they've done. 6 runs, 317. That's 6th and 2nd. Mets 6.3 and 247. That's 4th and 11th. So the bats are doing great. Since he did fall off their last game, though, 1 run and 200 the last time out. Mets are still going up. They had 8 runs and 233 their last time out. So still, both offenses are doing good. overall in the last handful of games. Let's look at the pitchers. We got Fernando Cruz going out there for Cincy. He is a reliever, and I think I have an idea whose streak is going to end today. Yeah, you can see what he's done. He's not even the best reliever because he's, yeah, so there you go. You can see all that. Menea's going out there. We know he's going to go 7 innings unless he just something crazy happens. He should go 7 innings because that's just what he does. So yeah, I lean the pitcher. Offenses are about equal. They're both pots. I lean, obviously, you got to lean the actual starter over the bullpen, right? Right? Ain't that how it works? You should. So I only have props from Menea, so we can look at these. Let's see. Francis, 2 for 10. Ooh, quick math. 4 out of 8. Yeah. We got some decent numbers against lefties for Cincy. Pretty good. We got 3 of 18 out there. Okay, not bad. We can work with that. Outs, like I said, he pretty much always goes 7 now, but now you're giving me 17 and a half, which is not even 6 innings. I know it's 205. What's an alt line? 18 and a half. Huh. That's interesting. I'm not gonna, no. That's weird. That's weird. Something's up with that. Are you expecting Cincy to get some pop out there and just put some points up on the board? Maybe an over might be in play. See, that's how my brain thinks. It's like, why is this? Oh, okay. What was that over, by the way? 7.5. Hey, interesting. Against 2 offenses doing that. Well, I can already tell you what I'm putting on my sheets right now. I'm going over 7.5. I love 7.5. We'll see. Let's do that. Let's pop back to the props. See what else we got. I didn't like any of these really, so I'm gonna go to bats. Look at the bats. Oh, look at Lindor just cooking out here. 5 out of 5, 8 out of 10, 16. No, whatever that math is. I'm not the best at math. I went to school for business, not math. So statistics, if you will. And Vientos is also cooking. Yeah, the Mets are going in the moneyline parlay. Yeah, we got a bullpen guy, and we got the better pitcher. Yeah, no, we got to do that. So Mets in the moneyline parlay, over 7.5 in this game. Next game. All right, next up we got Toronto and Atlanta. Atlanta's minus 170, 7.5 is that total. And we look at over here, we see the weather, 76, 5 miles an hour. It might rain. Maybe. We'll see. Let's see. Toronto's lost 3. Atlanta's lost 1. 48% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 4.7, 236. That's 12th and 15th for Toronto in the last 3. Atlanta's 3 and 213. That's 23rd and 22nd. Typical Atlanta, always in the bottom 10 of the offense. That's where they belong. And both offenses are trending down. That ain't good. So we're not looking at an over 7.5. That's for sure. Ooh, no. Pitching. We got Guzman going out there. Gossman. You can see what he's done. He's been pretty decent. I mean, that was kind of a bad game, but the rest of it's been all okay. Even 10 strikeouts against the Angels. Okay. Max Fried Chicken's going out there. You can see what he does. He's getting better. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's funny. And you can see what he's done here. And yeah, so both pitchers are decent. Let's go to props, see if anyone has any information or history that stands out that I want to see. Let's start with Mr. Kevin. All right, that's a lot of damn green. 308-13 for Ursula. Olsen's 310 at bats with a home run. Duvall's 1 for 3 with a home run. Solaire's 3 for 9. Okay, Bats got not the Bats. The Braves got a little bit of history, some good history against righties. The Braves are middle of the road on pretty much everybody except Ozuna, who's 300, who's down at 400 at bats against righties. Damn. Okay. Outs. All over the place. Strikeouts. Oh, what are the strikeouts? Braves are second in strikeouts for once. Wow. Okay, Atlanta, I see you. Well, being a little disciplined at the plate, I see. Okay. All right, nothing good there. Let's go Max. We got over 1 for 5 and an over 1. Okay, cool. Nothing's really standing out. Varsho's 295, 337 for Vladdy, and this is about it. So, okay. Outs were consistent, then dropped, and now they're just kind of over the place. Yeah, it's that time of year. Weird things happen. Yeah, strikeouts, 5.5. No, I'm not feeling that. Hits, no. No, and none of those. Let's go to the bats. This isn't really, Vladdy's the only one doing anything right now. Everybody else is kind of eh. So Vladdy, HRR against Max Fried. What was your history against lefties. I know we just saw it, I know, but let's look at it again so I know. We want... Away. Vladdy is a 337 hitter against lefties this season, including a 1.0 OPS. I might take that. Vladdy is doing great. You know what? I'm going to do it. Because he's 3-something for the season. We're taking Vladdy over 1.5 HRR. Just because. The stats are there. It looks good. He's crushing it recently against everybody. So, yeah, we'll do that. Side-wise, I'm not taking the side. I'm not taking the total. We're just going to take Vladdy. Next game. All right, next up we got the Angels and the Rangers. Texas minus 160. Over under is 9. We can see the well, it's in Texas. There's no weather. It's in a dome. So let's pop over here. It's going to be Angels lost 1. Texas has won 3 now. Let me pull up the pitchers right quick while I'm thinking about it. Let's see, 4.3204 for LA. That's 16th and 23rd. Texas 6.7, 297. That's 3rd and 5th. So the Angels are struggling offensively. Texas is doing great, even though they both are trending down recently, except for the average for Texas is still going up at 313. So, who knows? Let's look at the pitchers. Samuel Aldegari. I'm going to try to get these names. I'm going to butcher them hard, but I'm going to try. So here we go. He's had 1 game, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. We faded him last time. It didn't work out. This is one of the few pitchers all season that we faded in their major league debut, and he actually did decent. I mean, 7 runs, only 2 earned. I mean, your team let you down, basically. That's what happened. So, and then Texas sending out Gerson Garabito. Gerber baby, I don't know, but that's, yeah, you see what he's done. He pitched once. It's a bullpen game. We know what this means. So we're not taking Texas on the money line, not with a bullpen. Can't do that. So all we have is Samuel props, which he's only had 1 game. So this is going to be a pass all day, but I'll show you what I can. I'm not touching this game. Hell no. Against righties, you can see what the Angels do. That's mid. It's not even mid. It's below mid. It's, yeah. That's what it is. So, okay, props. There you go. You won 3.5. You got 3 last time. Pretty simple. Oh, we got hits out there. Oh, you got 4.5. If you want to do it, by all means, have fun, because I ain't doing it. Bats are even terrible. This game's trash. Okay, yep, simple enough. Bullpen for Texas. Second start for Angels pitcher. This is a pass. I'm moving to the next game. All right, next up, Arizona and Houston. Houston's 160, 7.5 is the total. The weather is in a dome. It's in Houston. So we get Arizona with a 1-game losing streak. Houston with a 3-game losing streak. 43% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 5.3, 214. That's 9th and 21st in the last 3 for Arizona. Houston 2.7 and a $1.96. That is 26th and 25th. Ugh. That ain't good. You don't want to be bottom 5 in both categories. Let's see. Pitchers. We got Brandon P. Fat going out there. We can see what he has done in his games. He was kind of terrible for 3 straight starts. This one's slightly less terrible. Good job, buddy. Valdez is going out there. And you can see he threw a 7-inning no-hitter before he got pulled. He also had a no-hitter back here against Texas last time he faced him up until the 9th inning with 2 outs. And then he gave up a walk, and then I think it was Sager crushed a 2-run home run. So, yeah, that was a walk. Yeah, that was great. So I watched that 9th inning live because I had his over strikeouts at 5.5, and he couldn't get 5.5 strikeouts in the entire game. So, but the rest of the games he could. So fun, right? There we go. Let's look at props. Oh, BP here. Let's see what we got for him. Let's look at his stuff. Nothing. At a 1 for 5. Houston versus righties. We got some 300s. We got some high 2s. Nothing stands out. They're decent. They're pretty good. Hits. Ooh, he gives up a lot of hits. What's the offense for Houston looking like? Oh, that's right. It's not there. Ooh, yes. We're going to pass on that. Strikeouts. I didn't look at strikeouts either. 12th and 24th for Arizona. Okay. Earned runs. Not with Houston's offense being just stagnant. Ugh. See, it's consistent, but it's like a little wave, a little ocean. Okay. Let's go to Valdez. Let's look at yours now. They can't keep letting him pitch like 7-8 innings every game. Eventually, they're going to pull him back a little bit, try to save him with the playoffs a little bit. Assume they'd be thinking that. They should be, anyways. Bell's 364 with 11 with a home run, 1.0. That's the only one that really stands out. So, okay. Lefties. Arizona's good on both sides of the plates. You can see the numbers. Nothing stands out there. Strikeouts. Yeah, there it is right there. That's the 5.5. Today it's 5.5 again. How about that? Nope. Nope. He went on my ban list many weeks ago when I saw that. I said, nah, you couldn't do it in a whole game. You're consistent with your outs. You're either going 6 or 5 2/3. Okay. Yeah, no. And the bats, Corbin Carroll's the only one doing anything decent. Corbin and Herrera. Let's pop back here and look at how they are versus lefties. Herrera is 208, so he's a pass. Corbin Carroll is 217. And neither one has history, so yeah, that's a pass too. All right, let's see. Arizona's offense is way better than Houston's, but Valdez is not a bad pitcher. He's pretty decent. So over under 7.5, of course it is. Last thing we're gonna check is this. That's not what I wanted. Come on, there it is. Arizona team props. What are your runs? Is it like 3.5? It is 3.5 for the whole game. Okay. No, we're gonna leave it alone. I lean Arizona to get at least 4 runs. I like this, but I don't like it enough to take it. So I'm gonna pass on this one and just move on to the next game. All right, next up we got Minnesota and Kansas City. KC is favored 135. 7.5 is the total. Weather in KC is this 70 degrees in at 10 miles an hour. Pretty good day. Let's see, Minnesota 1-1. KC is 1-1 as well. 48% nervy, 3.0, 233. That's 23rd and 17th for Minnesota. KC is 2.3, 174. 28th and 29th. KC's offense is struggling, but they did have a breakout a little bit. They got 4 runs and 294 last time out. So we'll see if that breakout continues. So moving to the pitchers, we got Zebby going out there for Minnesota with his 7.41. He gave up a lot last time in Toronto. Got absolutely destroyed on the diamond. Cole Reagans is going out there for KC. I mean, not a great game either. 4-5, that ain't good. That was against Houston. So we have 2 pitchers going to see what they do in the next game after getting just beat up on the field. Going to the props. Let's see. Ooh, what are we going to do here? What is the over-under real quick? 7.5. I like that. No, I don't. Not well. I kind of do. Even though KC, they had that pop up. I like that little. See if that helps any. We're going Zebby first. Okay, Zebby it is. Lot of nothing. Nothing really stands out. Zebby has a lot of zeros. Okay, against righties, KC is. Bobby Witt. He's his own category, so he doesn't count. Everybody else is mid to low 2s, of course. Hits 5.5. Strikeouts for 3.5. I mean, he's only had 4 starts all year, so let's be real. It was great until no, he is a strikeout dude. That's what it's seeming like. He struck out 5 against KC last time he faced him. His first start was KC, and it was 5-2. So, but that was 3 weeks ago now, so that should help out the hitters a little bit. Second time you see him, you get a little bit of a better chance hitting off him. Okay. Let's go to Reagans. Let's see what you got. Nothing. 0 for 9 for Castro. That's not good. 0 for 9 for Jeffers. Looking at all these numbers, Minnesota doesn't have anyone really stands out. Yeah, nothing stands out there. Hits, strikeouts. 7.5. You expect Minnesota's 19th in strikeouts. Ain't no shot. No, yeah, he gets there every time. He's close, but I just can't. No. He's gone over. He's only hit this number 39% of the time all year. Why would I ever? No. 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 And no. No, both pitchers come off terrible games. There's no chance. Bats, we have nothing here. We got a couple 7 out of 10s for Walner and Isbell, but no. I think for me, I'm going to go with the same trend I've been going with. Yeah, I see a 7.5 today. I'm taking it if it's got decent chance. I think the KC, this little trend line right here, this one, that one I like. Seeing that 294, that feels more like KC offense. It feels like. This is a pure gamble. This is a gamble. I'm going on hunches here. I think this is going to continue. Not this, but this. So if they can keep that up. And we know Minnesota has pop when they want, and they got them a little bit of a trend as well. It's popping up a little bit. So I'm going to take the risk against two pitchers who had terrible outings last time. I'm going to take that over 7.5, and we're going to move on to the next game. All right, next up we got Seattle and St. Louis. It's a pick'em. 7.5 is your total. Looking over at the weather, we can see it's going to be pretty good. 74, 13 miles an hour. No real weather to worry about. Looking at this, both teams on a 2-game winning streak, 48% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 302, 8 runs for Seattle. That's first and fourth, including 6 runs and 306 in their last outing, which is fifth and fourth for that day. St. Louis, 4.3 and a $1.82. The runs are there at 16, but the average is not 26, and then they even got 139 their last time out. It's not good. So you got to lean Seattle moderately when it comes to the offense, almost heavily because of that. Looking at the pitchers, Bryce Miller's going out there. We can see what Bryce Miller has done. Pretty good overall. Even that's not bad. 4 and 3, that's average. If not for him, below average. So, and then Fetty's going out there. Fetty gives up 4 occasionally, sometimes 5. You can see what he's done since he's been acquired. And then let's go over to the props real quick. I've already went through these and nothing really stands out for him. All I see is there's a lot of green for Seattle bats against him historically. He's got a home run. Polanco's got a home run. Cal's 0 for 7 against righties. Seattle's okay. They're decent. Nothing stands out. For the props, we kind of looked through these already. Strike hits, strikeouts, earned runs. Everything's kind of all over the place. Walks, outs. I mean, that's kind of consistent, but this dip here concerns me. They'll pull them in the 5th if they need to. For Bryce, about the same story. Nothing really stands out for Bryce on this one, except, I mean, nothing on the history, obviously, but St. Louis is getting pretty good at becoming a team that likes to hit righties over lefties. That's what I noticed at this part. Strikeouts, I did take it because 4.5, you can see what he does. And we can see that St. Louis was 26 in the last 3 games at 11.7. So I am going to take Bryce Miller strikeouts. He has hit this number 63% of the season. So I will ride with that. Win or lose, I'm riding with it. So let's go back to hits, earned runs, walks, and outs. Nothing else really looked good, so I've got his strikeouts. On the bats, everyone's starting to heat up. Both teams have players that are heating up. 7 out of 10. Goldschmidt's 8 out of 10. Julio and Nolan are both 80 and 70, and so is Donovan. That's pretty good. I don't want to. I kind of lean the over, but I kind of don't. I think both pitchers do decent, so I'm just going to take that Miller 4.5 strikeouts, and because I can see the total going either direction. So I'll take that Miller strikeouts. We're not going to take a side. Let's go to the next game. All right, next up we got Detroit and Oakland, and Detroit is minus 155. 7 is your total. Looking over at the weather, we have 73, 4 miles an hour. Pretty good day. Cannot complain. Detroit's 1-1. Oakland's lost 2. 49% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 3 runs, 204 for Detroit. That's 23rd in both. Oh, I have an issue on my sheet. Let me fix this live. You get to see the magic behind the window. That's supposed to be a dash, not the word none. There we go. Fixed. Boom. There we go. Oakland, 3.3, 232. That's 22nd and 18th. And they both are in the bottom 11 when it comes to strikeouts. So today is a great day because the GOAT is pitching. Scooble Day. And you can see what he has done. Pretty great numbers outside this game against KC. The numbers have been great. And Mitch Spence is pitching today for the A's. And I mean, to be honest, his numbers aren't that bad. These 2 games are bad, but the rest are pretty okay. So we go over here. We're going to go to the props. Let's start with Scoobs. Look at the history. Let's see. Scoob. There we go. History. 143, 167, 0. Rooker's 364 with 2 home runs and 11 at-bat. What? So Rooker likes facing Scooble. That's a note I didn't think I would see. All right, Rooker. All right. Where's the machine at? Where is he at? Butler has never faced him. Butler has hit the HRR, we think, at least 15 games now. We don't know the exact number. So against lefties, let's see. Oh, Butler's 291. Rooker's 297. You can't see it. There you go. 297. And no one else is really doing anything. So it's basically Butler and Rooker carrying the team right now. Today, anyways. So Scooble is at 7.5 strikeouts. That's his number. Ooh, What's Oakland strikeouts? 24th? I mean, let's be honest, that's probably going to hit. Oh, head to head, how have you done? This EV value annoys me. Get out of the way. This year alone, you got 9 back in April. You had 10 in the last game. And oh, let's see. Almost got to take it. Almost got to do it. He's been over this number only 48% of the time, but a lot recently. So let's go with it. And we just saw only 2 dudes on Oakland can't even do anything. So Scooble over 7.5 Ks. And there was another play coming because we just have to take it. You'll see in a second. You know what it is. You should know what it is by now. I don't care if Scooble's pitching. I'm taking it. So, yeah, none of that stands out to me. All right, let's pop over here to Spence. What Spence has been up to? Nothing. Detroit versus righties. Not the best. Carpenter's 306, and the rest are kind of okay, cool. Hits. He gives up a lot of hits, but Detroit's offense we just saw is not that good. So, yeah, Scooble tends to not really get much run support when he pitches because Detroit just doesn't have good offense overall anyways. So, yeah, don't like any of that. Come to the props. Gee, I wonder which prop I'm going to take today. Let's see. 85% of the last 20 games this dude has hit. If he's hit 100% of his last 10, and we know it's 15 because we've been counting, yeah, we're taking, I know it's plus 135. Don't take it. Don't do it. I'm going to, because I said a week ago, I'm going to take this man's HRR every single game until he doesn't hit. And if I have to lose a unit on it, he's already made me like 7 or 8 units. So, hey, thanks. Butler over 1.5 HRR. We saw it. We saw what happens. So we're going to do that. So there we go. Rooker also. Rooker. Hell, I might just take them both. You know what? I'm doing it. We're having fun. I showed 2 dudes that have decent numbers against lefties. I'm taking both of them because they're both right here in the green. Don't do it. Do not take these. This is for me. I'm only me doing it. And Scooble to get 8 strikeouts. I'm not picking a side. Next game. All right. San Diego. San Diego's minus 200. They're at that threshold. 8 is your total. Let's look at the weather in San Diego. Is going to 78, 4 miles. Pretty good. Can't complain. Let's see. Both teams are on a 1-game streak. San Diego's on the losing side. 58% nerfy based on what they've done. 4.7, 238 for San Fran. That's 12th and 14th. San Diego 4 and 243. That's 19th and 12th. So there's really no big difference in the offense here. San Fran is striking out an absolute ton. San Diego never does. So pitchers, we got Mason Black going out there for San Fran. We can see what he has done. Now, I don't count this. All these are back in May, as you see. You see these dates? I don't count those. How long ago was May? That was the start of summer. Summer's over, basically. This is what I count. 4 and 2. Good start. Pretty good. And then his counterpart, Michael King's going out there, and we know what King's done. King's been consistent all year, just consistently good. He hasn't been amazing. He hasn't been terrible. He's just consistently good. This is what you want out of a pitcher. So, something you can expect. Looking at the info, we're going Mason first. Okay, cool. Nothing. And San Diego versus righties, a tale old as time. Everybody loves to hit righties in this lineup, including the 2 that are red are still 287 and 263. Pick your bat. It doesn't matter. So, even though I did take their team total over yesterday and they only got 3 runs, but hey, it happens. So, and they're not going to hit every game. So, let's see. Hit 5.5. Maybe. Strikeouts. No, not against San Diego. You crazy? No. Okay, he's pitching. I mean, we have these 3 games in May, and you have this one. So you got to look at just the 1 game. It's hard to count things from May. You really can't do that. So, it's impossible for him. Okay, let's go to King because I can actually see props on him. Oh, Chapman's 0.059 in 17 at-bats. He sucks against him. That's the best thing I can say. I'm trying to be nice. Confronto's 0 for 8, which is probably just as bad. It's only 8 at-bats, though. And San Fran hates batting against righties. Oh, these teams are the opposites of each other. That is hilarious. Outs have started to go down for King. Strikeouts, hits, earned runs. Oh, I think we know the option here, what we're doing here. I think it's pretty obvious. Bats. Oh, Fitzgerald has been cooking, hasn't he? So is Chapman, but they're facing That's not the right side of the plate. But Merrill, Cronenworth, and Machado are, and their numbers aren't at that good, though. That's decent, but I kind of want more. So we're going to do what I want today. We're just going to put that minus 200 San Diego in the parlay. If San Diego loses, they're going to be banned for the rest of the regular season because they're 200 level. So there we go. We're putting them there. I'm not going to take any props in this one. I don't really like anything else. So we'll take San Diego money line, move on to that last game. All right, last game, we got Cleveland and the Dodgers. Dodgers minus 145, total is 9. Looking over at the weather, we can see 89 degrees, 5 miles an hour. It's a hot one over at Dodger Stadium for this one. Let's pop back here. We can see both teams on a 1-game losing streak, 45% nerfy. I see a lot of downward trend lines too. 4.0, 263, that's 19th and 10th for Cleveland. Dodgers 6.0, 271, that's 6th and 9th, but the last game, 1 run and 200 ain't good. That's a drop off. That's a hell of a drop off. Ooh, okay. Let's go to pitchers. Boyd's going out there for Cleveland. We can see what he has done. He's only pitched in 4 games, but they've been 4 pretty good starts. I mean, can't complain. So, Knack is going out there. Mr. Landon. You see what he has done in his games. He had a month off basically, but he went out there on the 13th, and you can see, yeah, he's had another month off basically. He had a month. This start will be a month ago, and then there's the month before that almost. So, but he's not bad. Pretty decent. Let's look at the props, see what we got up here. Let's go Knack first, no problem. Thomas is over 2 against righties. We got some green on the board, but nothing impressive. Jose's 240, nothing else stands out. All we have are strikeouts. If you want to bet a strikeout for him, there you go, 3.5. What are the strikeout numbers? 2nd for Cleveland, 17th for Dodgers, and we're not taking a strikeout prop against Cleveland. That's just something we don't do around here. So, nope. Next, Boyd history. Oh, Teoscar Hernandez. I just butchered that man's first name. Hernandez is 1 for 10. 0 for 3. Over 3. 1 for 6. 1 for 6 for Ohtani. Ohtani is terrible. What is this? 542. Woo. Okay. Wow. Boyd is cooking, isn't he? You can see, but Dodgers versus lefties. Ohtani's only 264. He is human against lefties. How about that? 337 for you. Okay. Okay. 299. 4. You don't play. 329 for Mookie. Okay. I mean, you got to lean the. I mean, Cleveland's got the pitching, but I mean, this is not a bad. This is a good matchup. I don't know if I'm going to stay up this late for it, but hey, it's Friday night. I got things to do. So, none of those really stand out. Bats, who we got? Nothing. Just Mookie's. Mookie's starting to heat up a little bit. 7 out of 10, but only 3 out of 5. So, but head to head, 100%. So, all right. I don't like any of these. The downtrends kind of worry me. I don't want to take a side. I don't like a prop. So this last game, we're just going to call it a pass and end the day right there. That's it. All 15 games broken down. Only passed on 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I passed on 6 of the games, whatever. Moneyline parlay is very short today. It's only 1 parlay, and it's only 3 teams. It's Philly, Mets, and Padres. Those 3. If the Padres or the Phillies, I think they're both over 200. If they lose, they will go on the ban list because anybody who loses a minus 200 for the rest of the season is getting banned. Hey, that's the rule. I'm doing it. They're going to join New York. Hey, so there we go. Drop a like, subscribe. Appreciate you watching. Check out Outlier, link in the description. If you don't want to watch this video, you just want the plays typed out for you, become a member. You can see all the options in the description or the top pinned comment. Drop in the comment who you're taking today because I didn't take that many plays. I'd like to tell some plays. So outside of that, like I said, appreciate you being here. Hopefully we all end up green, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.